Well, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Silver has finally surged to a new all-time high. This is the moment I've been waiting for ever since I started my channel. I can't even believe it. I woke up, I looked at the price and I was like, this can't be real. This is absolutely insane, guys. This is absolutely insane. Silver is now at $51 an ounce. What's up, chat? Welcome to the live stream. Oh my goodness. Good to see you all here. I gotta catch my breath a second. Oh man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, if you've been waiting for silver to hit this all-time high, oh my gosh. It's up it's up so big. We're up over $2 at the moment. Silver surging over 4%. This is just insane. And it's not like it's just on one website. You know, all the websites are showing silver up. Now I do have to take a look at silver futures, which are down, and we're gonna take a look at that. We have a few things to pull up here to talk about. We got some crazy stuff going on though. This is literally history in the making. Silver over $51 an ounce. Gold is actually holding strong above 4,000, which is great. So, I mean, a lot of people said, look, silver was going to crash before it hit 50, that it was not going to hit 50, but it has. It has. This is just unbelievable. Look at the gold-silver ratio, by the way. I want everyone to take note. The gold-silver ratio is officially below 80, which means this is a pivotal change, at least for my buying strategy. No longer am I going to be buying just silver. Now I got to mix in gold because silver has gone so high so fast. Literally, I cannot simply just stack silver because the ratio is now below 80, which is crazy. And we can talk about that. But let's go back to silver. It continues to go up. And I got to show you the 1 day chart. I mean, this is just wild. So silver went all the way up to 51.15. This is a new high. This is literally a new all-time high. This is uncharted waters, new territory. Silver has never, ever, ever, ever done this before. Never. Never. I mean, in the history of the world, silver priced in dollars, we have never seen spot price go to 50, much less above 51. And a lot of us knew, look, if silver can hit 50, it's just going to explode higher from there. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. This is just wild. And Rich, thank you for the super chat. He says, what caused this surge in silver? This is accumulation of everything going on. I mean, there is literally everything is pulling silver higher. The biggest, I would say, is gold. Central banks have been buying up insane amounts of gold. They're moving over from, you know, just being backed with their currency. They would prefer to have gold. So they've caused gold to go above 4,000. It's finally pulled silver along with it. Silver should have been much higher this whole time. I mean, this is something we've been waiting for. But I'm going to pull something up here. And it's a little scary. It's a little weird. It's a little interesting. Take a look at, see if I can pull it up. Take a look at futures today. I know it's kind of off-centered here. See if I can just drag it over maybe. How do I, sorry guys. Technical difficulties. I just went live. Okay. Silver futures are down. I know it's kind of on the corner of the screen there, but you could see they're down. This is very weird. This is what do they call it? Someone let me know in the chat. Bifurcation, or there's a word when spot price is up and futures are down, And essentially it means something wacky is going on, something, yeah, backwardation. Okay. Thank you. Shut up and trade. Inverted. Yeah. No, backwardation I think is the right one. It's like the banks are trying so hard to crush silver lower. Look at the futures. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops. They're pulling out all the stops. The banks are trying to stop silver from going up because a lot of them have these short positions on silver. They don't want it to keep going up. They're losing so much money, millions, probably billions of dollars every time silver goes up, and it's breaking free, and it's like, it's almost like nothing can stop it. But look at the futures. I mean, this is crazy. Almost always silver futures are higher than the physical silver price, or at least the spot price for silver. That is not the case today. Silver futures are down like $1, but spot just continues to mash on higher. This is nuts. This is nuts. I mean, let's pull up spot once again here. We're now at 51.21. It's like a runaway train. Nothing can stop it. No, it's crazy. And a lot of countries are buying up silver. I've got some crazy stuff to show you guys. So we broke 50. What's next? Obviously 51. We've broken that. We got to get above 52. We really do. 52 is the next hurdle. And I mean, look at silver's up like almost 5% today. All right. So if silver can keep surging at this pace, and by the way, this is, I believe, now the biggest jump silver has had all year. I don't think silver has had any moves. This is going to repopulate. I don't think silver has had a single move, like bigger jump all year. This one's pretty big. September 24 to 25. It's like $1.40. There were some big moves, but nothing like this. $2.24. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw silver go up $2 in one day. I mean, it's literally blasted through. I think we should probably do a poll. Let's start a poll here. Start a poll. Does silver hit, let's say 60 this year? Let you guys vote on that. Will silver hit $60 this year? I mean, I think it might. I honestly think it might. You know, people are saying, how high can it go? Can it go to 70? Yeah, silver could. I mean, the thing is like, you look at the inflation adjusted all-time high for silver, and we could pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see here. Silver all-time high. All right. Let's go with this one. Nope, not that one. Bear with me, guys. This is historic. This is a historic day for silver. I think I want macro trends. Yes. All right, and there's going to be ads, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Silver inflation adjusted all-time high. Here we go. So April 2011, it made it to $70 an ounce. All right, so 70 is not off the table. 70 is not off the table this year. 70 is not off the table the next couple of years. But if we go back to 1980, 150, you know, can silver get to 150? It's going to take a few years. It's not going to be overnight. Certainly not. And there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys on this. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, so we've absolutely crushed the annual average price for silver. So the previous high was 35.56. Now we're at 36.69, and silver's over 50. So I mean, hey, the average annual, or excuse me, the annual average price. I always want to say average annual, but it's probably going to go above 40. I would think. We still have like what? We still have a third, I guess, a quarter of the year left. Yeah, public math is hard. 1, 2, 3 months. 1/4 of the year left. Silver's above 50 now. The annual average price is probably going to end the year above 40, which is just nuts. I mean, silver is just, it's unbelievable right now. Let's go back to the chart. Show you guys this. What are you guys saying in the chat? $51 an ounce. Yep, agree. Silver over 180. Silver won't hit 60. Let's see here. 55 by the end of October. I think it's possible. Most of you in the poll are saying that yes, silver can go over $60 this year. And I mentioned the GSR earlier. Let's pull it up. It's still below 80. So that's the thing, is like with the GSR below 80, I mean, it's basically, today is an interesting day because gold is down today. Silver futures are down, but silver spot price is like having its biggest gain all year. So it obviously finally broke free from the manipulation. Right? I mean, we all know silver's been manipulated, but what the banks were trying to do is just simply not working. And I do want to pull up, there's a few things, a few posts I saw today on X I want to pull up. Let's see. Okay, so the first one here, take a look at this one. So Bob Coleman put this out, I guess, yesterday. And it's borrowing fee for shorting SLV shares is going through the roof, now at 11.49%. Okay, and so I did a video on Monday talking about how the borrowing fee went up to 7%. Now it's over 11%, which is crazy. So essentially it's making it more expensive to short SLV, right? And so this is essentially causing silver to sort of not be able to go down. I mean, that's basically what it is. I know that there's more than just SLV, right? This is just one ETF. It is the biggest, however. It's also, you know, the iShares Silver Trust. The stockpile is, I guess, owned by JP Morgan Bank, right? Like one of the biggest banks in the whole world. And apparently they have a massive stockpile of silver. And I'm assuming they're the ones who are heavily shorting it right now, causing silver futures to go down. But the borrowing fee went up. So what does this tell you? It essentially tells you, like, silver's going to have a hard time going down, at least the spot price. So that's very interesting. All right, there's a few other things I wanted to show you. Let's see this one here. Okay, so this was a conversation. Let's see. So this one, Robert Gottlieb, OTC silver going into ETFs and India demand. Basically, no free-floating silver left. Look at this. And, you know, when I first read this, I was kind of thinking, what do you mean no free-floating silver left? Because when I look at the refiners, at least in my area, it's like they're all backed up, right? And so then there's this conversation here. Robert, wire lease rates sky high while refineries are backed up 4 weeks due to over submissions. Seems there's a lot of physical, or is it just enough 100-ounce bars to meet demand, et cetera, right? So, and then Robert Gottlieb, you know, this guy, precious metals industry expert, he knows his stuff, right? He says OTC silver going into ETFs and India demand, basically no free-floating silver left. So I guess a lot of the refineries, you know, they're melting the silver. A lot is coming in. A lot of people are selling. I don't blame people for selling right now. Silver is literally at an all-time high. But where's all the silver going? I guess a lot of it's going to India. A lot of it's going to the ETFs. A lot of it is going to the ETFs. Let's see. We do have a super chat. What's it take for spot to stay higher than futures? Yeah, let's pull up futures again. And I know it's kind of weird on the screen. It's like all the way to the left. I got to figure out how to fix that. But it's very strange. It's very, very strange today. I have only seen this happen a few times. I think the last time, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was like during COVID, there was some weird thing where silver futures were lower than spot price. And essentially, what's it going to take for it to stay above? I don't know. I mean, I think the last time this happened, it only lasted, 3-4 days or something. And actually, news picked up on it. And I don't know if it was mainstream, but it was like CNBC or something was saying, oh my gosh, there's this weird thing going on. And I actually wonder if it was with gold. I actually don't remember if it was silver or gold that it was happening to, but it was around COVID. And it only lasted a few days, but it had to do with, manipulation, basically, banks, the heavy shorting of the metals, them trying to force silver lower, but it's not going lower, it's going higher, and they're losing so much money right now. Why should someone stack silver rather than gold? That's a question I'm getting right now. Look, here's the thing. Let me pull up the handy GSR here. So when I first started stacking silver, let's go to the GSR, I did a lot of research, and I started I guess 8 years ago, something like that, 8-9 years ago. I've been doing it almost a decade now. I did a lot of research, and one of the tools that I learned about was the gold-silver ratio, and essentially, you can let the gold-silver ratio be your guide, okay? And I've done a few videos on this before, but my basic strategy is, if it's above 80, I like to buy just silver, because silver is essentially undervalued as compared to gold. Now, the gold-silver ratio, we could go to all here on the chart. It kind of averages around 65 for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. 65 is kind of the average. So, if the ratio is above 80, it is higher than average. So that's why silver is just more favorable. And I would say even with it at 79, silver still is more favorable as compared to gold. But also, why silver? It's just price point. Silver's a lot cheaper. When I first started buying and silver was like $16 an ounce, it just took a little dip. It's all going away. It's all crashing. No. Let's go to the year to date. I couldn't afford gold when I first started stacking. So I think that's one reason why a lot of people buy silver, is because they can't afford to buy gold. And now with gold over 4,000, it's like less and less people are able to afford that, right? But I would say the main reason for buying silver is the gold silver ratio being high historically, the price point, and also, kind of when you first start stacking, you want to get that big, bulky stack. You want it to look cool. And, with silver, you can get a lot more than gold. But, even if you want gold, my whole strategy was I could just trade it for gold down the road when the ratio goes lower. Okay, another question here. Do you have a max price for buying silver? I don't. I don't have a max price. And honestly, there's a lot of, series and designs, I guess, things that I'm collecting that are silver, that even if silver goes to $100, I'm still going to keep buying those. So I would say I don't have a max price. If something really wacky happens, silver goes to $200, it goes to $300 an ounce, then I'm kind of like, man, obviously my purchasing is going to have to slow down. And the thing is too, is if you are dollar cost averaging and you're just buying, the same amount every single week, like you spend $1,000 on silver or $50 or whatever it is, you're just going to be able to buy less and less, right? Because the price keeps going up. Silver is now below 51. It's at 50.77. We're still at an all-time high. We're still in uncharted waters. I'm going to end the poll here. Looks like 80% of you say it's going above 60. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I think I'm going to start a Q&A too. If you guys want to ask questions in the Q&A, you could just do it like that. Ask questions here. But we're celebrating today. Start the Q&A. Yeah, people are taking profits. Look, people are gonna be selling silver. Okay. People are going to be selling silver. It's literally, no one is underwater on their silver right now. I know a lot of people said, oh, you know, look at the chart. There's still people who bought it back in 2011, you know, when silver went to like 48, 49. They're underwater. No one's underwater right now. No one. Silver has never been this high before. Never. So people are going to be selling. People are going to be taking profits. That's normal. That's fine. All right. Since the ratio is high, why doesn't gold go down instead of silver going up? Yeah, so talking about the gold-silver ratio. Look, here's the thing. All that the ratio is just taking the price of silver and seeing, or the other way would be take the price of gold, what number do you divide it by to get the price of silver, or what do you got to multiply silver by to get the price of gold? It's like, if you take the price of silver right now, $50.71, and you multiply it by 79.26, you will get the price of gold. That's what the ratio is. It's literally just telling you the numbers and putting in a ratio term. It's like to 1, 79.26 to 1. This is how many ounces of silver versus 1 ounce of gold, right? So why doesn't gold go down? You know, if gold went down, then the ratio would go up. So that's why the ratio is going up so much today. It's up 4% because gold went down and silver went up. So if gold goes to 2,000, this ratio is going to get cut in half. You see what I'm saying? Okay. What does the rest of the world look like if silver hits $200? That's scary. Well, what if silver is just catching up? I don't know what the world looks like. It depends on why silver hits 200. And I'm going to pull up this other chart here, the inflation adjusted, and you can tell me what silver looks like. You could tell me what silver looks like. So we got January 1980. We got silver hitting 146 inflation adjusted. What did the world look like? What did the world look like? I don't know. Was everything really expensive? Nope. So if silver surges to 200 and it's like, I don't know, it's just a mania phase. Like, I don't think we're in the mania phase yet. If silver surges to 200 because of some type of mania phase, then the world doesn't look any different than it does now. If we're in hyperinflation and that's why it's surging, well, then you got a whole nother story, right? So it depends on why silver goes to 200. And speaking of the mania phase, let's point this out once again here. So I don't believe we are in any sort of a mania phase right now. Silver, yes, it surged big today. It's being volatile. It's doing what it does. It's getting a little crazy because it's now actually dropped a bit once again. So 51, what did it get up to? 51.20, 51.30 or something. We're down, what, 70 cents from that? So it's moving around. We knew there was going to be some resistance and volatility, but it did blast through 50. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's going to close above 50, but yeah, no, but back to the question, what does the world look like if silver goes to 200? I don't think it looks any different than it does right now. I don't think it's going to really affect the price of things too badly. I mean, maybe if you're buying like solar panels, it'll be more expensive. If you're buying a new cell phone, what the price of the silver in the phone's going to go up $1? Like, it's not going to really affect anything. So yeah, I guess I'm not sure about that. I think if silver goes to 200, personally, I don't think it changes anything. All right. True Texan, thank you for the super chat. The rest of the world will be fine. Yeah, folks stack like they do here in the USA. That's right. Anyone converting silver into gold yet? I am not. And I'll tell you why I'm not converting any silver into gold. I'm waiting for this gold-silver ratio to go much lower. If it goes to 60, I'm probably going to dabble, especially because I want to do some videos on it. I want to take, I want to take a big old box of silver into Harry's coin shop and I want to walk out with some gold. I want to do it. And so I'm going to kind of front run it. If we get the ratio down to 60 to 1, I'm probably going to front run it. Not all my silver. Not all my silver. If the ratio goes to like 25 to 1, then I'm taking most of my silver and changing it for gold. 20 to 1, something insane. It went, the low was like 33, I believe. Yeah, 33 in 2011 when silver surged up to 48. So, yeah, if we see something crazy like that, and again, I think silver is going to have to get into that mania phase where everyone's buying. I don't think we're there yet. I think this is all like pre-mania. I honestly think that. You know, silver is up $1.60 right now. If it was up $5, I'd be like, okay, we're there. But it's not. If you start seeing silver go up $5 a day, we're in the mania phase. But no, we're not there now. Okay. Let's see. What if we get a big drop on silver? All right. If we get a big drop on silver, then there are a lot of people who are new right now, who are buying for the first time, who are probably going to get scared. They might even sell. Come visit us in Texas. Yeah, that'd be sweet. I would love to take a trip to Texas. Thank you for the super chat, Donnie. Yeah, no. If silver takes a big drop, a lot of people are going to sell, and that's fine. But the heavy stackers, the experienced stackers, we're not going to be selling. If silver goes, let's say it goes down $10. Let's say it goes down to 40. That's going to be an amazing buying opportunity. That would be like dream come true, actually, for people who want to buy silver right now. If you don't have a large stack, if silver goes down to 40, oh my gosh, then it's like, then it's like you got to buy it as much as you possibly can, because if it goes like it went to 50 today, if it could do this, it could go to 100. I'm not joking. And I'm not saying that's going to happen next year. I think it's going to be over the course of, this decade, but it could definitely go to 100 based on what we're seeing right now. Absolutely. Especially with gold especially where gold is at, especially where the gold silver ratio is at, being, around 80 to 1. If it goes to 40 to 1, that's $100 silver, right? If gold doesn't even go up. So I'm saying this decade for sure. Do you think there'll be a massive pullback after FOMO and overcorrection like in 2011? I think to see that massive pullback, we're going to need something wild to happen with silver to see that massive pullback. We're going to need to see a recession. We're going to need to see stock market crashing. We're going to need to see something crazy, because if you remember, let's go to, I want to go to like around COVID. Here we go. Okay. So remember when COVID was like just getting started and the stock market went down? Gold and silver both went down. Silver went down to what? $12. $12. Oh my gosh. $12. It's now quadrupled from that low in 5 years. Whoa. That's crazy in itself. But so remember, stock market crashes, then silver goes down. Okay, so we need and also recession, right? The COVID panic, what essentially caused the recession. So we're gonna need recession. We're gonna need world peace. We're gonna need a stock market crash for silver to get a huge drop. So that's what it's gonna take. Right now, if we see a correction right now, like just silver flattening out, a normal correction after this crazy day like today, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? What if it goes to 55 tomorrow? My gosh. But if we see a correction now, it goes down $2, maybe $3, back to 47. Then we get that base, which would be amazing. That's what we need. We need the base. We need silver, to form a base. So, yeah. Let's see. Next question. If you sell now, you better find something good to put your fiat currency into. What would you do with it? Yeah, if you sell now, I guess buy gold. You really don't want dollars right now with inflation. So I would say, yeah, if you're selling your silver, unless there's something you need the money for, like let's say you have debts. Maybe you're like close to paying off your house. You sell your silver. Like that's fine. That's great. Um, if people want to do that. I suppose if you do have like certain debts that you want to get rid of, like a high interest rate credit card, whatever, um, you want to take some profits right now. There's nothing wrong with taking profits right now. Silver's literally at an all time high, literally an all time high right now. So no one's going to fault you for selling, but I think we're just getting started. I think, oh my gosh, we're not in the mania phase. Like, I don't know what more I can say to show that to you. Go to the 1 month. Like, yeah, it's a bull run. It's a bull market. in the last month, silver's gone up $10. Yes. Yes. But the coin shops still have silver. The refineries do have silver, although as we saw on that X post, a lot of it's going to India and the ETFs. But it's not like there's a massive shortage anywhere. I mean, if the online bullion dealers don't have silver, if the coin shops don't have silver, if silver price is going up $5 a day, then we're in the mania phase. We are not there yet. So I think it's too early to be selling. Okay. Next question. Let's see here. Failure to deliver at month's end a real possibility? If so, what's the fallout? Yeah. All right. So if the COMEX breaks, we can get into the COMEX. If the COMEX breaks, they can't deliver silver. There is not silver. They settle in cash. The world does not end. But it sends a signal to traders, people trading the metals. It sends a signal to the public. There's a massive problem. We haven't seen that yet. The cracks have been forming in the COMEX. But if that happens, then buckle up, because I guess probably triple digit silver, not overnight, but if they're having to settle in cash, that's gonna be wild, just wild. How long will it dip, or how low will it dip when it dips? I don't know when we're gonna see silver dip. Maybe tomorrow. And the thing is, though, is like, if you were waiting for a dip to buy silver, you basically missed out, because let's show the 1 month chart again. Silver went over 40 and you're like, okay, I'll wait for it to go back under 40 to buy more. You missed out. What if you can never buy silver under $50 again? Like, ever again, right? So in a bull market, when everything's going up, the best time to buy was yesterday. Well, you can't do that anymore. So I think it probably will dip below 50 at some point. I don't know. I mean, what if it doesn't? What if silver literally never looks back? It hit a new all-time. I mean, how many all-time highs has gold hit? It hit so many this year. Gold started out the year at 26. It's got to have 60 all-time highs this year. I mean, just look at gold. And here's the thing too, is, we say, okay, gold leads the way, silver follows. I mean, gold has been leading the way. It's not like gold hit an all-time high and then stopped, right? Gold is like doubled since, well, actually almost tripled since it hit its all-time high. So, that would put silver at $150 an ounce if it follows in gold's footsteps. It's not going to do exactly what gold did. But today is a day to celebrate. Today is history. Silver has never done this before. Never, ever, ever, ever done this before. We are above 50. We're watching it. This is live. This is real. This is not a simulation. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to go through some more questions here. There's a ton of questions you guys put in the Q&A. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for spending your Thursday here, whatever part of the world you're in. It's not even 9 a.m. where I'm at on the west coast of America. All right. Brian asks, is this a bad time for a beginner to be stacking? I think it's a bad time to go all in, personally. To start stacking, it's never a bad time. It's literally never a bad time to start. It could be at an all-time high. It doesn't matter. You got to get your feet wet. You got to start buying precious metals. You cannot just have your savings be in dollars. You cannot. It is so irresponsible. I think it is unwise to hold only dollars for savings. You know, I wouldn't say do everything in precious metals either, though. I don't have everything in precious metals. You got to have some cash savings, emergencies. You should probably have other investments. I do a lot of silver. Let's be honest. I do a lot, but I'm not all in. I know people who are, and that's fine. But I think to have your savings be in only cash is unwise. I think it's prudent to get metals. I don't think it's a bad time to start stacking. I do think it's a bad time to go all in, because you're basically gambling. If you're literally like, taking out a HELOC and, second mortgage on the house and putting it all into silver, I would not be doing that. I'm not doing that. People are going to do it. That's fine. People are going to do what they want to do. But I personally would not be doing that. I just think, if you have savings in cash, move it into silver and do it slowly. Let's say you have $1,000 in savings, or you have $100,000 in savings. Either way, you don't spend all of it at once. You don't even spend half. You take like 10% of it, move it into silver, catch your breath, see what's going on. Wait a week. Although I will say, if you've been waiting, back to the 1 month chart, silver was $10 lower a month ago. Probably not good to be waiting too much. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. But yeah, to answer the question, no, it's not a bad time for a beginner to be stacking. Okay. Is the futures market down because people are preferring physical? Why is there such a gap between the two? Yeah. Let me pull that back up. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's going to be on the left side of your screen. I'm not going to be able to fix it. I need an IT person. Where is my IT guy? Also, since we're talking about IT guys, I'm just going to mention my good friend Yankee Stacking. A lot of you know his father passed away a few days ago. He was a Christian. He is in heaven with his wife. So, yeah, just thinking about Yankee right now. We've been praying for them and their families. They're going through this, but we know he's in a better place, which is awesome. So, Yankee was he is an IT guy. Where are you, Yankee? I need you to help with this. No, but anyway, so if you don't see him post for a few days, that's why. Okay, yeah. Futures are down. Why are they down? Because of the way that the market trades. And I'm not going to get too technical into it because, to be perfectly honest, I'm not an expert in this stuff. But because of the way that the market trades with futures specifically, this is forward-looking trades. If you wanted to smash the price of silver lower, if you were like a big bank, you would be shorting futures. Because they're, as I pointed out before, they're losing so much money. If you have a short position in silver, like a naked short position, and it goes up $2, $4, whatever, they're losing millions, if not billions of dollars. They want the price. They don't want these big jumps. They do not want it. So this is like one of the only ways they could really try and force the price of silver lower, which is what's going on today. It's 48. It's pretty wild. It's nuts to see. I would say it doesn't necessarily have to do with people preferring physical. Because remember, the physical price is even different than the spot price. Let's go back to silver spot. Let's go back to silver spot. Okay. So this is actually not the price for physical silver unless you're buying it at spot, right? So it's over $50. But unless you were buying silver on a spot deal, whatever, you're going to pay more than this because there's a premium. So there's the futures price, there's spot price, and then there's stack price. And usually stack price is going to be the highest. So, you want to buy silver rounds today, you're probably paying $52 or something like that. So if people were preferring physical and there was actual like low amount of physical product out there, for example, after COVID, when everyone was buying Silver Eagles, they stopped minting so many. We saw the premium on Silver Eagles go wild. That was what was going on there. That was obviously people preferring physical. So I would say the gap right now, the backwardization, the inversion between silver spot price and silver futures has to more do with the trading and the banks wanting for silver price to be lower. That's what I would say. All right, your opinions on FOMO. Fear of missing out. Well, FOMO's real right now. You've been looking at silver the last month. I mean, you kind of are missing out if you didn't buy a month ago. I mean, look at the year to date. Can we just pull this up for a second? Silver's now up $22 year to date. If silver could go up, how much more does it got to go up? It's got to go to 56 or 57. If it goes up $7 more before the end of the year, silver's going to literally double this year. And I think it could do it. I mean, I did the poll. And 80% of you said silver was going to go to $60 this year. 80%. So that means the majority of you think silver's going to literally double for the year, which is wild. And it might. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. It could go higher. It could go to 70. I mean, we looked at the inflation adjusted. It's basically $70 if you go back to 2011. And we're not in the mania phase. I got to keep saying that. We are not in the mania phase. Okay. A few more questions here. Some argue silver gold will take a big hit when the market crashes, as it has in the past. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, if the market does crash, I would not be surprised to see silver and gold take a big hit. I would not be surprised. But we would obviously need to see the market crash for that to happen. I don't think it's crashing right now. What is everything else doing today? Pull this up for a sec. Let's take a look at the USDX. Is the dollar down? I'm going to guess. Oh my gosh. Hold the phone. All right. Show you guys this. This is interesting. Dollar's up. Maybe that's why gold's down. Whoa. Dollar is up, but the S&P 500 is down, the Dow is down, NASDAQ is down. Everything is down but silver. What a wild day. Wow. How can manufacturing companies dictate silver price? Yeah, great question there. I do have the Q&A open. Thank you for the super chat. Feel free to put questions in the Q&A if you guys like. You don't need to send me a super chat. You guys can if you want. Honestly, you can if you want, but you don't need to. It's totally fine. I'm not live right now, to try and get super chats. I'm live because we're celebrating literally. This is like the biggest day for silver since I started stacking. But the dollar's up huge. This is crazy. Dollar's up huge. Silver's up huge. Everything else is down. Yeah, I don't know. I think if the market crashes, silver crashes that day. So the market's not crashing right now. The market's definitely not crashing right now. But yeah, silver would go down that day. And again, adjusted for inflation, $70 is the high back in 2011. I think this is kind of the high we need to break because gold went over its inflation adjusted all-time high. Using the current CPI data. So now that gold is literally in uncharted waters, yes, silver is at an all-time high. It's never been over 50 before, but inflation adjusted, we're not even close yet. So I kind of think $70 is like the next big hurdle for silver. And I don't know if it could do it this year. I don't know. It might be able to, but I don't know. Okay, let's get back to the questions here. Excuse me. What about premiums? I'm seeing examples of Silver Eagles increasing premiums. What are your thoughts? Well, let's take a little look-see. Let's go shopping. Let's say I wanted to buy Silver Eagles. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for bringing that up. We are seeing premiums on Eagles go up. Look at this. Almost, whoa, okay. This is why we have the Q&A going on, because you guys are bringing up stuff that I'm not even seeing. And I really do appreciate that. I mean, I've just been freaking out because silver price has like gone up so high, so fast. We're setting records. It's unbelievable. But yeah, you're right. No, and I did post in my video on Monday that one of the other dealers was sold out of 2025 Silver Eagles, which is strange because, you know, a lot of the times if an online dealer sells out, they've got places they can get it from. You know, they're not, a lot of the online dealers are not buying from the US Mint. The only ones that are, Silver Eagles for that matter, are going to be, you know, A-Mark and APMEX, right? All the other ones are not. I believe SD Bullion can buy gold Eagles, but not silver from the US Mint. But yes, the price is up. Look at this premium. It's like a $8 premium now for low quantity. I mean, we're not back to the crazy premiums of COVID. I would not be buying these. There's no way I'd be buying these right now. I wonder if there is, you know, we are kind of seeing the cracks form a little bit at the coin shop. They were saying certain things were back ordered like a week. Yeah, I mean, I guess physical might be starting to get a little tight. Look at the premium. I mean, the premium doesn't lie, right? Premium don't lie. So $8 premium on Silver Eagles. I wouldn't be buying those though. You know, look at the deals. You could literally get a spot deal on quarters. I would just be buying that. 100-ounce bars, probably not. I mean, someone's buying them. Yeah, spot deal on junk. I guess I'd be buying junk. All right, let's go back to silver spot price. Great question, though. What about premiums? ASCs are going up. I think if ASC premiums are going up, I think what's going on is a lot of people are buying Silver Eagles. And I think that's why the premium's going up. All right, another question. So buying fractional gold is the best option for now. Yeah, no, buying fractional gold, if that's all you can afford and you want gold, then you have to, right? You have no other option. I like buying full ounces, but unless you're willing to spend 4,200 on an ounce of gold, you're not gonna be able to buy a full ounce. So I don't know. I guess it's up to you and your situation. If I could pick, like if I had unlimited money, I'm not buying fractional gold. I'm buying ounces, right? All right. Will Harry be paying spot price today for gold and silver? I don't know. We could try and call him. Should we try and call him? Maybe I get him on the phone. Maybe I can get him on the phone, get him live. Let me text Adrian and see if he'd be willing. I could just put him on speaker. Hold on. Let me shoot him a text. See if he could take a phone call. All right. Hey, can you take a phone call and talk live? I'll put you on speaker. All right, we'll see what they say. That'd be cool if we could get him on the. Yeah, we might be able to get Harry on too. I don't know. Harry and Adrian, yeah, they should both be working at the coin shop today. We'll see if we can get them on here. That'd be really cool. Get their reaction to this. Silver has come down a bit. I mean, it was over 51 when I went live. Now we're at 50.35. So. The pressure is weighing on silver. The pressure is weighing on silver. But it doesn't matter. It went over 50. It went over 51, and it's never done that before. So we knew there was going to be some volatility. We're seeing it. Will Harry be paying spot price? Yeah, we'll ask him. I don't know. I would imagine they're paying spot for like Silver Eagles, Gold Eagles, stuff like that. A lot of the coin shops are paying under spot for rounds, bigger bars, 10 ounce, kilo, 100. Like they're paying maybe $1 or $2 back, and but the refineries are paying back a spot too. I don't think I could pull up like a wholesaler's numbers right now, but I would imagine almost all the wholesalers are paying back a spot. So if that's one of their ways to offload it, if that's what they got to do, then it's like, what are you gonna do? The coin shop's got to pay less than that. All right, another question. A live silver spot price is different depending on which app you use. Kitco, SD, TD, AppMax. Why is that? The real reason is because they get to pick whatever price they want. If you start your own website, if you start your own online bullion dealer thing, you could pick whatever spot price you want. So they all have to be close to each other because if they're too egregious, people won't buy there. But the reality is, if you have your own online website, you can put whatever you want. I mean, that's the bottom line, and they do, and some of them are higher. And one thing that's interesting that I will say is if you look at ones like JM, which is primarily, it's owned by A-Mark and they're selling, it's going to be like a high spot price. But then when you go to A-Mark where they're buying, it's a low one. Isn't that weird? So they're selling it at a higher and they're buying it at a lower. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's the real reason. They can pick whatever they want. They don't have to go off of New York or London or whatever. When it comes to spot price, it's like it's arbitrary. There is no like benchmark really. I guess New York is the closest benchmark for us here in America. All right. Francisco asks, now that silver's at $50, what is your next milestone? We got to get to 52. Everyone's saying call Harry. I'm trying. I could text Harry too, see if he would be willing to take a phone call. Can you? I bet the coin shop is flooded right now. There's probably 1,000 people walking in the front door. So if they don't text me back, I could just call him. I don't want to put him on the spot though. Like I'm literally live. I just call him. Hey Harry, you're live on the air. I'll text Harry too. I'll ask. Let's see. Hey Harry, can you take a phone call? I'm live on YouTube right now. All right, we'll see what they say. I don't know. Harry's chilling. I'm sure Harry's going to be buying a lot of silver today. I bet a lot of people are going to be selling. When is the mainstream media news going to be talking about this? When is the mainstream media going to talk about this? Once it hits mainstream, then it's going to start flooding. Oh, before I get to more questions, there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. And it was, let's see here. Yeah, he's probably too busy. Yeah, I bet they're flooded. What up, Seeker? Silver Seeker just hit me up. Should we get Seeker on here? That'd be sick, huh? Let's see if we get Seeker on here. Okay, here's another thing I want to show you guys real quick. Peter Schiff. It's amazing how much gold and silver stocks have sold off today on a $25 drop in the price of gold. Silver's $2 gain being cut in half. Gold's still above 4,000. Silver's still above 50. Yet mining stock investors rush the exit as if the bull market just ended. This is a wild day. There's so much weird stuff going on today. With the stock market down, silver and gold miners going down, the dollar is up. Silver is up, but it's being very volatile. It's very, very interesting what's going on with silver. I mean, we were above 51. Now we're at 50. I'm going to text Seeker. Let's see. Do you want to take a call? You guys want to get Silver Seeker on the phone? See if we get his take on this? I wonder if I could, pull him in with, Zoom or something. I don't know if I could set it all up when I'm live. I kind of got to go, sketch, where I just call him on my phone and put it on speaker and hope you guys can hear it. All right. Let's get back to the questions here. What were the premiums like in 2011 compared to today at the same spot price? That is an excellent question. And that is something I would love to ask Silver Seeker, who said he will take a phone call. So let's call him. And we'll see what he says. So.
Thank you so much for calling. Unfortunately, this phone
what?
Is set up to receive text message.
Bro. Okay, I'll have him call me. Brosif. Yeah. You call me, Seeker. This phone is only set up to receive text messages. Fail. No, I'm curious because I wonder if Seeker was stacking in 2011. I feel like he probably was. Maybe he would remember the premiums. I seem to recall that they were like higher because it was that mania thing. So I feel like they're higher. All right. All right. Uh, do we got you
Sorry
on
about that.
Seeker?
Do what?
Okay, we got you. We are live with Silver Seeker on the call-in show. No, hey, dude. Okay, first question: were you stacking back in 2011?
Yes.
Okay, what were the premiums like back then compared to right now?
They were actually so Eagles actually were going up at this point. I remember I specifically, and I hate to say this, but I purchased 300 ounces of silver right before the crash. So I very clearly remember picking rounds and bars because the Eagle premiums were a little bit too high at the time.
Well,
So yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
okay. So I just showed we were looking at like $58 for Eagles, low quantity, check wire price. So I mean, premiums are kind of going up right now. When I mean, on some things, right? It seems weird, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like just Eagles. It seems like.
Yeah, it's funny. I had Josh from Bullion on a couple of weeks ago, and he said that Eagles have been very, very popular in a store all of a sudden. What I can tell you, and I just pulled up, so I have access to some wholesaler sheets, and I can tell you that right now, one of the wholesalers that I can check is completely out of 2025. They're out of BU, year varies. The only, yeah, I mean, they basically have nothing that you can order right now except for impaired, and their impaired ones are still 75 cents an ounce over spot.
Wow. Okay, so it makes sense then that some of the websites, if especially if they're buying from that particular wholesaler, wouldn't have the 2025 Silver Eagles then, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
I can check another wholesaler also. Hold on.
Yeah, and I'm
This
curious.
this wholesaler is a. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm curious, like with 2025 Eagles, if those all go, then they start going for the back dates, and we could get to another situation like around COVID when the premiums went really high.
Yeah, let me be very clear. I do not want that to happen. I'm a big proponent. No, I've said on my channel many, many times that I have zero interest in seeing premiums go up again. But I don't know how if it's going to be unavoidable or not because we've had plenty of silver in stock recently, but it's very finicky because once people start flooding the markets, there's plenty for those that are buying, but let's just say the amount of people that are stacking silver double today. There's not enough. There's not enough. And I checked another wholesaler. So this wholesaler does have BU random years in stock, $5.99 over spot, and 2025s they have in stock, but they're $7.99 over spot, and that is a wholesale site,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Dang.
And they have a special on 2024s for 305. I'm being told that I'm barely audible
Yeah.
in the chat.
Yeah. It's the fault of the technology. Hey, man. Yeah. No. Thanks for taking the call. And I'm I wish I could get Harry or some of those guys on too, but I know you've been around the coin shops a lot. You think a lot of them are last thing. You think a lot of the coin shops are crazy busy right now with people trying to sell with silver at an all-time high?
I just spoke to Josh this morning, and if I can do a small plug, I'll say that's my video for today, which should be out in about a half hour. Yes, both ends of the token. Josh said that he's swamped every single day. He said he had 40 calls yesterday, and it's about a 50-50 split, half selling, half buying.
Dang. Well, there you go. And yeah, we'll see how silver ends the day. It's still holding above 50, but I wouldn't be that surprised if it goes. I wouldn't be surprised either way if it goes down to 49 again, or if it goes back up to 51. Neither would surprise me, but hopefully it ends the day above 50. Either way, intraday we hit 51, so new record, right?
Absolutely, new all-time high, nominal at least.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks, Seeker.
Absolutely.
Yep, bye. All right. Well, there you guys go. All right, that was cool. We got Seeker on there. Yeah, I know some people said it wasn't loud enough. I apologize for that. It was the best I could do under these circumstances. Hey, real quick, can we just take another moment? We are still celebrating silver over $50 an ounce for the first time ever. So ever since you could price silver in dollars, ever since the dollar has existed, silver has never been above 50. We are right now. And it is bouncing around. As I mentioned when I started the stream, it was over 51. We're seeing a lot of pressure on silver, especially with the futures getting hammered today. But we will see how it ends out the day. Let's take a few more questions here. Okay. Would you recommend new stackers to buy 1/2 ounce of silver if it continues to go beyond some income? Great question. So this is what I would say. When I first started stacking, silver rounds were like $16 each, okay? And I had to save up to buy a silver round. And some of you know this, some of you don't, but when I first started stacking, I was literally, so I live in Oregon, I was literally collecting cans out of the trash. We get 10 cents each can, you know, whether it's plastic, aluminum, whatever, glass bottles. We get 10 cents to recycle every single one here. So I was collecting them out of the trash, and then because I had like no extra money, no extra income, and then I would take that. Once I would get up to $16, I would go down to the local coin shop and I would buy like one silver round. I was literally doing that when I started. So I completely understand that some people would not be able to afford to even buy 1 ounce with silver over 50. I completely understand that. I would not recommend, though, buying 1/2 ounces of silver. I do not recommend doing that. I would recommend buying junk silver. So find a local coin shop, go in, talk to them, see how much they charge. Hopefully they got good prices. But I would buy junk silver. Maybe call around if there's a few shops in your area, see who's got the best price. But you could literally buy a silver dime for what, like $3 or something. So yeah, do that instead of buying 1/2 ounces of silver. I think that's a much better way to go. What silver price will crash the banks? Okay, great question. I don't know. I have no idea. They're obviously unhappy about it going up today. So I don't know what it would have to do to crash the banks. It was up over $2 at one point. Now we're up like $1, guys. So whatever pressure they're putting on silver to push it lower, it's working. It's working. But we know, we were here. We were live when silver broke free from the bondage and went above $51. All right. When do I trade my silver for gold or gold for silver? Great question. I would say whenever you want. I would say do it whenever you want. Do it when it makes the most sense, though. Do it when when it's a profitable trade. So, look at the ratio. You really don't want to trade when you're trading physical because there's a loss of, when there's premiums involved. You really don't want to trade back and forth unless there's like at least a 20-point swing on the ratio. So, like, for example, if you bought silver when let's pull up the GSR once again. Is it still? Oh, it went above 80. Uh-oh, it's all over. It's all over. Silver's going to zero. No. No, the GSR is above 80. So I would say if you bought silver when the GSR was 100, now would be like the first opportunity to trade silver for gold. Let me say that again. If you bought physical silver when the gold-silver ratio was 100-1, now that it's come down, 20 points, now you could do it and actually be like profitable, I guess, so to speak. But I wouldn't. I would wait for it to go lower. So I would say that's like minimum when it comes to physical. You need at least a 20-point swing in the GSR, in my opinion. The GSR went down into the 30s in 2011 when silver was spiking. It is nothing like that today. Can I just repeat this? When silver went to $50 an ounce in 1980, gold was like $850 an ounce, okay? When silver went to $50 an ounce in 2011 and the GSR went all the way down to 33, gold was like 1,500. Now gold is at 4,000 and it's had, what, 60 new all-time highs this year? Silver's just hit its first all-time high today. Hasn't even closed at an all-time high. It's possible silver could go below 49.45 and not even close at an all-time high today. It's possible, okay? It's possible. But yeah, we are not in the mania phase. We're nowhere near that. The GSR is not crashing. Man, what if silver goes below 50? It might. We just end the stream. It's over. No. Silver's below 50. It's all over. Okay. Another question here. I love this channel name. Their channel name is Account Dracula. That is hilarious. Account Dracula. How are you feeling about the price action of palladium right now? Thinking about that instead of silver. Okay. Let's take a little second and look at the platinum group metals. We got to start with platinum. Year to date, platinum has crushed it. It's up like $760. My gosh, platinum has almost doubled this year. Platinum is like the big winner. Palladium. Look at the price action. Oh, it's up today. Interesting. Yeah, palladium does not get me excited for a couple of reasons. One, I think platinum is going to do better. You know, they kind of go back and forth. It's doing okay today. Let's be honest. I would not be complaining about the price action today. But with the platinum group metals, both platinum and palladium, you got to pay a way higher premium, so you got to factor that in. Why does Google say the high is 49? Okay, yeah. So we talked about this earlier, Steve. Anyone can have their own, spot price. So I don't know where Google's pulling that off of. Maybe Kitco. We could look at Kitco, but it's probably 49 right now. Still an all-time high. Let's see. Average GSR over the last 55 years has been 58.22. There you go. So, back to the question. How do I feel about palladium right now? It doesn't get me excited. That's how I feel. If I'm being honest, it does not excite me. Silver excites me right now. Palladium, I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's going up, but like the premiums are wild if you try and buy palladium right now. And, I don't know. I think platinum's going to do better between the two. So that being said, I mean, I wouldn't be buying platinum either right now, to be honest. Neither platinum nor palladium are monetary metals, so they're not used as money. Like they have been on certain coins and commemoratives and whatever, but they're not monetary metals. I like the monetary metals, gold and silver. Those are the ones I like. And silver is dropping live as we watch. It is going to go below. It is almost certainly going to go below $50 an ounce. It was a short-lived celebration, everyone, but the party's over. No. It tested the waters. Silver, this is what silver needed to do. Silver needed to test the waters, go above 50 and go way above 50. It went to 51. If it dips below, that's fine. We've tested the waters. We did hit a new nominal intraday high. No one can ever take that away from us. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes below. I think it's going to. In fact, I think it's going to go below 50 in the next 1 minute. In the next 1 minute. Could be wrong. We'll just have to wait and see. All right. Another question. What if silver hits 70? Yeah. Oh, I was right. I'm a genius. I literally called it. I'm not actually a genius. I guess it's just luck and also like kind of the pattern. It's all over. It'll never go. Hey, I said, what if silver never goes below 50 again? It just went below 50. Bye. End the stream. It's all over. No, we're not ending it. They're up. It went above 50. It just literally toggles back and forth. Oh my gosh. What a wild day. It went above 51. When I started streaming, it was above 51. I think it in part has to do with the silver futures. I mean, because we know futures has a big effect. Let's pull it up again. Silver futures down to 48. This is just crazy, man. I mean, look at this dip. Look how low. Oh, wow. So silver futures never even went above 50. That's kind of insane because, excuse me, because in 2011 I saw it reported in literally one place that futures in Chicago only, I guess, hit like $52 an ounce. And they haven't even gone above 50 yet this time around. But they did dip all the way down to 48.20. Yeah, we're basically at like the low for futures right now. The banks are furious. The banks are so furious about silver price going up. Wow, dude. This is nuts. We're at 50 though. We're holding. Hold the line. All right. It needs to close above 50 though. If it closes at 49, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean, it's Thursday. Remember, the pattern we've been seeing week to week is that silver price has actually been surging on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The last like what 2, 3, 4 weeks. So, you know, if it can end just up today at all, it doesn't need to be up $1. But if it could just end up today, which would be kind of crazy because not only your futures are down, but the dollar's up, like the stock market's down, like everything is against it. I think this is profit taking, what's going on right now. I think silver went to 51 and it's profit taking. And it's not surprising. Like, probably people should be taking profits when it's at an all-time high. I would think, especially if they're worried it's going to crash, but it's not going to crash. It's not going to crash. Look at gold. Gold is still above $4,000 an ounce. I honestly think silver's just getting started. I think it's just getting started. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for today. Kind of just got on to celebrate, but now the celebration's over. No. We're going to keep going. I'll keep going for a bit. I want to get some more of these questions. All right. Let's see. Can you let us know when you trade silver for gold so I can try and prepare myself as well? Yes. Yes, I will do that. I promise you. In fact, when I go in to trade my silver for gold, I will make a video. I probably won't let you know like the day before. Again, I'm waiting for the ratio to get to like 60. So we got a long ways to go. I mean, silver's got to get up, like go up another $20 or something. Oh, we're getting a phone call from Harry's Coin Shop. I hope the audio is not too bad. Let's call. Let's take this. Hello, is this Harry?
Yeah, hi Caleb.
Oh my gosh, we got Harry on. Hey Harry, I'm live on YouTube right now. Just so you know. And a bunch of people wanted to hear. No, it's all good. The people want to hear from you. Actually, the chat is blowing up. They're saying, "Welcome, Harry! Yay, Harry! Harry's here."
Oh,
They
thanks, guys.
they wanted to hear you. And Harry, the audio is going to be a little bit bad, guys, and I just apologize because I'm trying to do like speaker on my phone while we do this. But Harry, what's your reaction to silver hitting an all-time high today? Can you give us a reaction here?
It's pretty exciting. I mean, it crossed over $50 and then it crossed over $51. It has pulled back a dollar or so, but just to see $50 plus on our screen here at the shop was, for me, very exciting, especially since I've been following this since the late 60s and with seriousness since the late 70s. And so, to see it break that barrier of 50, and I think it's a psychological barrier. I think we're in for an interesting ride here. Very, very exciting.
Yeah, what's your take on futures are down today? It's a very strange day. I've speculated the banks are trying to crush the price lower, but silver futures went down, but silver price went up. Any take on that?
Not really. I think the futures might
I think. Hold on. I think we might. Oh, sorry, you cut out for a sec. Go ahead.
The near-term horizon with the Middle East peace deal might be driving the futures down a little because, frankly, the metals don't like good news. It likes bad news, and peace is good news. So perhaps that'll have to sort itself out as to whether the deal really comes to fruition. And if it doesn't, the metals will react positively, and if it does, maybe those futures numbers hold in a down spot a little bit. But we only live in today, and as a coin dealer, I live in the physical market, not the futures market. So right now, it's quite exciting, and it's up, not down.
Right. Can I ask you this too? We had Silver Seeker on a little bit ago, and he said some of the wholesalers had no 2025 Silver Eagles in stock. The supply, like to order physical silver, as you mentioned in our last video, was kind of getting a little skewy. Is that still going on? Where there's like somewhat tightening?
The replacement cost for Eagles in particular went up about $3 overnight, which is really odd, which would imply to me a difficulty in supply because silver didn't go up $3, but the actual replacement cost for us went up about $3 early this morning.
So, okay. Another question people had was if the coin shops are probably mostly buying like under spot today because of the price surge, or like what about Silver Eagles? Would you still be buying those at spot?
Our buy right now is $50.50. So it's we're buying strong. I mean, I'm not buying Eagles under spot. A little bit over, actually.
What about like if people came in with rounds? Are you back a little bit on those? And do you suspect most of the coin shops are?
We're at $48 on rounds, so we are a little back on those.
Okay. All right. Well, so yeah, so we did get our answer. So that is interesting. And you know, honestly, if the supply of Eagles goes down like we saw before, like after COVID, we could see the premium really skyrocket on those, couldn't we?
Yeah, and I think things like this would normalize. Though it's the excitement and an uncertainty of a movement like this will cause prices to do weird things. But usually it takes a couple days and things will normalize. I don't expect Eagles to maintain, a $6 over spot price. I think it's a reaction to it crossing $50, and the wholesalers just bumped their prices because they're probably running low on supply.
Right. What? Also, while I got you here, are you seeing more people in the coin shop? Like, is it busier than normal right now?
It's been crazy from opening to close. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Lined up out the door. I wouldn't exaggerate like that, but we're just constant. We're buying all the time, all day long.
Would you say the majority of people who walk through the door are trying to sell right now?
No, oddly enough, even though the prices are in a record place, the especially gold, oddly enough, we can't keep it in stock, particularly U.S. ounces.
Well, maybe because the mainstream media is finally talking about gold going over 4,000, people are trying to buy it.
Yes, and for the first time, I heard on the mainstream media talk about silver on the way to work this morning, which I hadn't heard in a long, long time.
No way.
So it's certainly driving the demand, and we are meeting a lot of new people who are, walking in saying, I don't know anything about this, but I want to invest. Probably not a good way to start the conversation if you're in the wrong shop, because you can be taken advantage of. I just would never say to any kind of business, I don't know anything, I need to buy. Not a good start for yourselves.
Yeah. Well, since I've had you on, we're seeing silver drop. It's kind of crazy to see, Harry. Silver went above 51 and now it's down from that intraday high, like $1.30 or something. So it's very, very volatile. Do you think it's just like all of the craziness with trading going on right now, or the fact that futures are down, that's what's pulling spot down right now?
It could be the futures, but also there's very sophisticated buyers that have you know, even owning silver maybe just for on paper trades for an hour or two, they're just start to see the price then go back down. So I have a hunch there's a lot of profit taking going on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Profit taking. But it is a crazy day. We did hit a new silver's never been above 50, much less 51, and we did see that today. So no matter where it ends, at least we did have the intraday all-time high, right?
100%, and it blew past it really right to over $51. I mean, still up 80 cents at 49.73 at this very moment. And the day's young. I mean, I don't know where it's going to stop, but it's an exciting time to be in the metals. Even if you're just watching from the sidelines, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a wild day. Stock market's down, dollars up, gold's down. Silver did that crazy surge earlier today. We'll see where it ends it. But Harry, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. Thank you for taking the call. Anything else you want to say? You're still live here.
Yeah, I just advise people don't get caught up in the hype or the excitement of a particular day in terms of investing. Work your plan. Don't change your plan if you have one at all, and don't rush out to buy at the highest prices ever if you're not sure what you want or how much you want. Just take an opportunity to learn from today. Today's just one day. You don't have to rush out and do anything if it's not already in your plan. Just be cautious.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much, Harry.
Thank you, Silver Dragons.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Have a good day. All right. Well, I got to turn my mic back down now. I cranked my mic up all the way. Hopefully you guys could hear Harry pretty good. Yeah. Thank you, Harry. You're the best. Silver's bouncing around. He makes a good point, though. We don't exactly know how silver's going to end the day, but also we don't know what it's going to do tomorrow. So buckle up. I think we're in for a wild ride. Let's see here. Let's take a few more questions before we finish out. I want to see if silver keeps going down, though. This is really interesting. We're down to 49.65. I mean, it's only up 63 cents. It was up over $2 when I started streaming, and now it just seems to be getting hammered. I mean, it's still up though, so yeah, it's gonna bounce around. We knew there was going to be volatility when it got near 50, okay? And we're absolutely on a roller coaster ride today for silver price. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It can't make up its mind. I mean, this crazy trading is exactly what we expected when silver got near 50. So, like this sawtooth, right? I mean, it's just, people who are trading the paper, they've got the things in place set up to automatically buy, automatically sell at certain numbers. But the fact that silver was able to blast through 50, go all the way up to 51.15 is just it's crazy. Today is a historic day for silver, something it's never ever done before. Going above 51. Wow. All right, let's take a few more questions here in the Q&A. And actually, I think I'm going to pull up the silver background for a little bit. We'll see what silver spot price does. If it goes like negative or something, I'll bring it back up. But I think I'm just going to put the silver background up for a bit. We're going to take a couple questions, hang out. It is a historic day. Vote for Pedro had a question on here. What do you think is a good ratio of silver to gold for your stack? 50-50. I would say it depends on your strategy. It depends on how much risk you're willing to take. It depends on how old you are. I would say, there's a lot of factors. So 50-50 is a good place to start, though, for probably anyone, I guess. Like for me, though, I'm way more heavy on silver because I've got time to wait for the ratio to come down and I can trade it for gold. Ultimately, what's the best ratio to have? probably like when you're nearing retirement, if you're in your 60s, 70s, you want to be heavier in gold. 80s, what have you. You want to be heavier in gold, I would say. But if you're still got time to wait for things to happen, the ratio to fluctuate, then you probably want to be heavier on silver. So that's kind of like generally how I would answer that. But, I think, if anyone is 50-50 gold, silver, that's fine. It's totally fine. All right. Would buying 2 or 3 ounces of platinum be a better buy than 1 ounce of gold? I would not do that. I don't even own 2 ounces of platinum personally. I literally don't. So I would rather buy the gold. Do I plan on selling some of my stack due to the all-time high? No, I do not plan on selling some of my stack. I plan on holding and waiting for silver to go higher. Of course, if people out there want to sell, go right ahead. You could say you literally sold at the all-time high, but remember, gold hit an all-time high and then kept on charging. Oh my gosh, we got to pull. Hold on, I got to go back. Look at gold. Gold just dipped below $4,000 an ounce. It's down $52 on the day. Okay, you want to talk about what's pulling silver down? What is going on? International Stacker, my man. Welcome to the chat. What in the world is going on to pull gold down $50? No wonder silver's coming. Look at silver now. It's only up 42 cents. I mean, silver's probably going to end the day down, I would say. This is nuts. Something's going crazy. Hey, should we call International Stacker? We could call him. One of the issues though is, all right, you can call me. All right, let's call International Stacker. All right, so if you have been in the stacking community for a while, you know our good friend International Stacker. He's come. He kind of took a little bit of a break from YouTube, but he's coming back, and we're gonna get him on the phone. He's a cool guy, so let's pull him up here, and I'll try my best to get the audio up so you can hear what he's saying. But I'm calling you right now. Call failed. Really gonna be like that? Really gonna be like that? Let me try again. Where's my guy? International Stacker. We want a phone call. There we go. Let's get him on the phone.
Silver Dragons, what is up, my friend?
All right. We welcome what's up, International Stacker? We welcome you to the call-in show.
Dude, I was just literally, I'm in Springfield, Illinois, flew in here to make a video at a silver refiner, and what you said earlier, you are dead on point. You can get more money if you're selling, which I'm not, but you can get more money directly from the refiners than you can coin shops right now. And I was in this refinery, and there was a line of people out the door bringing in gold, bringing in silver. But most surprisingly, there was brand new people there buying silver for the very first time. It was on fire.
That's crazy. So, okay, let me ask you this. So when I first started streaming this morning, silver was over 51. Now it's down to like 49.50. I mean, gold is getting hammered right now. Gold is down $54. The dollar is up. Harry, we called him. He kind of speculated maybe it had something to do with like the peace deal talks and stuff like that. So like geopolitical events driving the dollar up, driving gold down. And now silver is kind of just falling in line. Do you think that's what's going on, or is it just profit taking, or what?
Here's what I think is going on. Breaking that $50 this morning was it was a big psychological line. And we broke it pre-hours. We were at 51.20. I was live streaming 2 this morning. And then once the market was open, we broke back over 51, extremely bullish. Even if we close the day in the 49s or even high 48s, that's still extremely bullish. When you have a big pop like that, you could cut it in half, invert it down to the downside, and that is still extremely healthy. So could it be from geopolitical issues in the dollar? Sure. But what I'm telling you right now is the big bank, the banksters, the people who do not want silver to go high and make higher highs. I mean, if you look at the market for shorts, we've had historic shorts the last week. The percentage to borrow for shorts was 12.2%. It's usually 2%, and this morning there were zero shares left or silver contracts left to short. So the big banksters who have been putting pressure on gold and silver for years and years since we've been stacking are doing everything they can to suppress it. And if we close the day at 49 or higher, it is extremely bullish for silver, and I would expect higher highs. Again, not a financial advisor, but this is what we've been waiting for. And the big banksters that have been suppressing it can only hold back the dam for so long before it breaks. And we are seeing the cracks in front of our eyes. Beginning of the year, I said my targets were 4,000 gold and 50 silver. People were laughing at me. Look at us now, and I'm extremely bullish. Like, we need to hold the line and not lose faith. That's my opinion.
Look at me now, mama. Look at me now. I mean, dude, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. My prediction for this year was that silver would go to 37.50, and we blasted past that like a couple of months ago. And I did a poll on my chat when I went live, and I asked them, you know, is silver going over 60 this year? And 80% said yes. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, we're obviously in the middle of a massive bull run. Silver's up $10 this month alone. We're living in crazy times. But one thing that I mentioned was that I don't think we're in the mania phase yet, like we saw in 1980, like we saw in 2011. It's nowhere close to that. There still is a lot of physical silver out there to buy, even though, you know, like the Eagles, okay, maybe the 2025s are getting a little tight. But other than that, like, there's a lot out there. So wouldn't you agree we're not in the mania phase? Silver could go way, way higher?
Yeah, and the thing that's different between 1980s and 2011, 1980s, we were in a silver production surplus. 2011, we were in a silver production surplus. Now 2025, we've been in a silver production deficit for the last 5 years. So 2011 was mania hype. 1980s was the Hunt Brothers manipulation, right, and all that stuff going on. What we're seeing today is the structural changes to the demand of silver. So what we're seeing right now is based on systemic sustained changes. We have not even yet entered the hype mania phase, which could make it go crazy. But let me tell you something. You know, like in politics, they'll do polls and say this, but then you see the grassroots movement on the ground and it tells a different story, right? This morning, what I saw on that refinery made me say, wow, the big banksters, the manipulation, the people that are doing these naked shorts and trying to manipulate the market, they are in trouble because the people aren't awake yet, but the people are waking up. And the madness I saw at that refinery, when we hit the mania phase, it's going to be that across the United States time 10,000. So I'm very excited. This is what we've been stacking and waiting for. And it's palpable, the energy on the street right now, silver and gold. And guess what? Mainstream media is not talking about it. The big bankers aren't talking about it because they want it to wake up tomorrow and it to be $30 an ounce. And it never happened. Nothing to see here, folks. But guess what? They can't manipulate it much longer. I'm extremely bullish. It's extremely exciting. This is what we've been rooting for. And Silver Dragons, if you remember back in the day, there was people telling us, you're silver pumpers. It's never going above $20 again. And look at us now.
Dude, they were literally saying that. I can remember one person in particular, might be somewhat related to like corn. Let's just say it. Some people are gonna know. He might even be listening right now. I don't know, but
He might be.
if you're in the chat right now and I say the word corn and you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, a lot of people were saying silver's not even going to go above 20. It's an industrial metal. It's dead. It's like copper now. There's so much of it out there. It's not even a monetary metal anymore. And yeah, look at it now. So we did hit a new nominal intraday high today. It went over 51, and it's a great success for all of us stackers. This is something I've been waiting for since I started the channel, and I just can't believe today's the day. We got to see it happen. But I think this is just the beginning. I think we're in store for something special. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree totally. I agree 1,000%. Something very special. And I'm going to do a shameless plug here, Silver Dragons. I've got a mega GAW giveaway coming up soon. I've already got 40 ounces of silver earmarked for that. The last two first place I did back in the day were a kilo bar of silver. So what better way to celebrate silver going higher with free silver? And guess what? The mega god keeps getting bigger with each day and how high this price goes. Appreciate you having me on your show this morning, Silver Dragons. And yes, the sky is the limit. The energy is palpable, and I believe we're only just now beginning to see what lies just around the corner. And I'm excited to see where we go. And boy, does it feel great that, you know, finally we get that vindication with this price move. It's been epic.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the call, and I'll talk to you later, bro.
See you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Let's see if I can adjust my mic here again. Hopefully you guys are able to hear him a little bit better. I cranked it all the way up. But yeah, that was International Stacker. Go check out his channel if you haven't checked it out yet. Really cool guy. He's got a legit stack too. I mean, some people, they got stack envy, you know. look at some of his videos he's been putting out. Those full stack ones. It's like, whoa. Yeah, really cool guy. Great stacker, very knowledgeable. And like he said, even if silver ends the day down, even if it ends the day at like 48.70 or something like that, this is still a huge win. This is extremely bullish. And there's so many people out there trying to sell silver, buy silver. You heard it from Harry. People are buying silver, buying gold. So we're living in crazy times, but it's great. All right, let's take a few more questions from the Q&A here. Let's see. I'm the best. Thank you so much. Do you plan on selling? No. Would I buy silver today? That's a great question. I don't have any plans to buy silver today. We'll see what happens. If silver, I don't know, if it goes to like 47, yeah, I'll probably buy some. But I typically don't like to buy when it's going up. But look, here's the thing. Gold is down so much now. Look at this. Gold below 4,000. Maybe it's time to buy some gold. I don't know. I think gold is going to drag silver down, though, a little bit. Silver might even end the day down. But this is just crazy. This is crazy. It's crazy to see it live, too, you know, because a lot of times I'll wake up, I'll look at the price action, and I'll make a video, and then, you know, silver will change quite a bit after. If I made a video this morning, I was like, silver at 51, and then you look and it's at 49, people will be like, what are you talking about? You know, but we saw it live. I mean, 51.15, you got it right here on the live stream. So, all right, take a few more questions. Let's see. Why do I keep saying the banks hate this? Explain this more, please. All right, so yeah. So I'm not talking about a bank who is going long on silver. Like, for example, I feel like UBS might be long. Goldman Sachs is probably long on gold. I might try and find it, but Goldman Sachs, let me see if I can find it. They put out a new gold price prediction for next year. Let's see here. See if I can pull it up. If a bank, yeah, here we go. Let's show you this right here. Okay, if a bank is saying gold is going to 4,900, they're probably long on gold, right? So, same goes with silver. If a bank is predicting silver is going up, they're probably long. A lot of the big banks, though, are wanting silver to go lower, and they're shorting silver. They kind of go hand in hand. If you're betting that it's going to go down, you want it to go down, right? So Goldman Sachs, I would say, they're probably long on silver and gold. UBS, I think, is long on gold and silver because they've got these like wild predictions that they think it's going to keep going up. So why would you make a prediction like this that it's going to go up and then short it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the banks who are shorting silver are the ones that hate the price going up. That's what I mean by that. If a bank was long on silver, then they would want the price to go up. But like the big ones, you know, JP Morgan, they own the silver stockpile for the iShares Silver Trust, and, you know, the SLV ETF. I feel like they want it to go down. I feel like they're short. They got to be short on it. And they've gotten in trouble for spoofing silver price before. People went to jail. It's a big thing. So my gosh, silver's now only up 25 cents. Silver's going to go negative for the day. And we're going to be here to watch this whole thing. We're watching this silver just like crash right now. This is kind of crazy. All right, I gotta run and grab a water. I did not expect to be live this long. I'm gonna run and grab a water. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes, and so it's gonna be quiet for a second, and a bunch of people will probably leave. That's fine, but I'm gonna run grab a water. I'll come back, and then I'll try and get to a few more of these questions before we wrap it up. All right, so give me a sec here. Okay, I'm back. I'm hydrated, ready to rock and roll, man. We only lost a couple hundred people. That's fine. Silver is now only up 25 cents on the day. We still did hit an intraday all-time high, $51 silver, new record. It's a place silver's never been before. All right, let's see. Would you buy rounds under spot or Eagles with the lowest premium we've seen in a while? I'd be buying silver rounds. Right now, I think silver rounds are the best thing to be buying. In fact, I got a video coming out. I think it's going to be next Monday, going into more detail about silver rounds with Harry over at Harry's Coin Shop. You're not going to want to miss that one. So I like silver rounds. Is the ratio an ounce or dollar denominated amount? Oh, good question. All right, so let's pull up the gold-silver ratio, which is now above 80, nearing 81. It dipped all the way down to 79? Yes, 79 was the low. This is in dollars. It's for 1 ounce of silver, 1 ounce of gold. So that's the ratio. So we take the price of silver, 49.17. You multiply it by 80.86, and you get the price of gold. So it's dollars. But it is 1 ounce of each. 1 ounce of silver, 1 ounce of gold. I'm not sure if that answers the question, but all right. Okay, can we get a super quick review? Just joined. I want to ask a question, but not be repetitive. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can get a quick review of what went on today. What went on today was I woke up and silver price was above $51 an ounce. That's what happened. We've seen... What all have we seen? We've seen the fees to short SLV explode. So we've also seen, what else did we look at? Oh, a lot of the silver from the refineries going to India and going to the ETFs. We saw that the dollar was going down. Guys, look at gold. Gold is now down $70 on the day. This is full-on war going on against the metals right now. Wow, $70 dip for gold. Silver's going to go negative for the day. We're only up 7 cents. Silver's about to go negative. This is just crazy. Is it a surprise that the one day silver goes to a new all-time high, everything just implodes? Nope, not a surprise. Silver's going to go negative for the day. But it did go to an all-time high. We were there. We saw it. We can all attest. There. Oh, my gosh. Silver's going to go negative. Still super bullish. We need to get the base. We need silver to hold above 47 for like 2 weeks. That's what we really need. And then build from there. All right. I'm a new stacker, kind of broke. What move would you make if $50 silver is a bit much? I would buy junk silver. Great question. Is it the banks? Yep. Yep. Silver's only up 4 cents now. We're gonna be here for the downfall. We're just gonna keep watching this. I want to see silver go negative. I want to see it. Maybe I will buy today. Actually, this kind of does change things. This kind of does, because to see silver go to 51 and then go down possibly below 49 is going to be a $2 swing to the downside. We're already down $2 swing. Ah, come on. Go negative, silver. Just do it. Maybe actually today is a really good day to buy, to be honest, because you know it can go that high. You know it could go 51. We've seen it before. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Let's see. I have a boatload of sterling silver jewelry. Should I offload, sell now, or wait? Great question. It's up to you. Sell some now, sell some later. I don't know what a boatload is. Is it like 1,000 ounces? Maybe sell like a third of it right now and then wait and see. I would not sell all of it right now, but maybe some. I mean, it's not a bad time to sell. Like literally, if something's at an all-time high and you sell, I think you did okay. I mean, right now, if silver closed right now, it won't be at an all-time high, but just barely. It'll still be a 45-year high. And then it just went up a little bit. Man, this is wild to see in real time. Silver go above 51, all the way down to 49. $2 swing to the downside. The banks are swinging hard today. All right, we're kind of getting to the end of the questions. I'll take a few more. Why no interest in platinum? Isn't it more rare and scarce than gold, used in space shuttles, etc.? Yeah, the reason I don't like platinum is because it's not a monetary metal. It's as simple as that. I like gold and silver because they've been money for thousands of years. You cannot say that for platinum. I mean, it was discovered in like the 16 or 1700s or something like that. I mean, it's like a new metal, relatively speaking. And also platinum and palladium, the whole group, all the platinum group metals, those are more of like an industrial, I would say more of an industrial metal because of just how much is used in industry. I guess you could say the same about silver, but the difference with silver is that silver was money. It's always been money. Silver's always been money. So I think if we default to SHTF, we default to, collapse of civilization, collapse of whatever, then silver's money again. Has always been money. I mean, it still is now, but I'm saying people will actually use it. So I like gold and silver more. I'm not, and also platinum kind of looks like silver. It's like it's gray. It is heavy. It's kind of cool. Like I own 1 ounce of platinum, literally. I own 1 ounce, and that's enough. Okay. Why do silver rounds sell better than silver bars? Great question. I actually cover that in my video next Monday, so we will let the anticipation build. But the short answer is that because they look like coins. They look like coins, and people like that. Would you buy Eagles at their low premium? Oh, we already got that one. Any speculation as what's causing gold to drop on such a pinnacle day? Yeah, in fact, let's go back, if we can, to the US dollar index. I would say, now I haven't read any of the just regular news of what's going on today, but we did have, excuse me one sec. We did have Harry call in from Harry's Coin Shop, and he was saying that there was some type of brokered peace thing going on in the Middle East. And so if that is the case, if there is, talks of peace in the Middle East or people agreeing to things, will it hold? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. But that would be one reason why we would see the dollar going up. One reason why we would see metals going down. Geopolitical events can have a huge impact. we all know this. So I would say probably, if that's what's going on, let's go back to the price. If that's what's going on, we're seeing the dollar go up. We're seeing good things in the world geopolitically, and and gold is getting crushed lower. That's what's dragging silver down, I would imagine. So if that wasn't going on today, then perhaps silver would still be above 50. Excuse me. I'm going to lose my voice, and I cannot lose my voice. We might have to wrap this up. I heard that the U.S. Mint is discontinuing the American Silver Eagle program. Is that true? We have got to look into that real quick. I have not heard that. Let's see. So it'd probably be all Eagles? I don't think they are. I'm curious where you heard that from. Final S. Okay, no, that's just looks like some of the, they reserve the right to discontinue any subscription program. Okay, that's not it. There's no further scheduled releases for this year for Proof Silver Eagles. That's not it. Maybe just discontinuing San Francisco. Yeah, it looks like some of the people in chat are saying that. 5 major changes coming in 2026. Let me add San Francisco. I wonder why they'd be doing that. No further releases for San Francisco. Okay, so yeah, it's just like the collectible ones. Yeah, so they're not. The U.S. Mint isn't discontinuing Eagles. It's like the collector ones. So, and that's fine. I'm not buying them whether they can continue them or discontinuing them. I don't buy the collector Eagles anymore. I bought them a bit in the past. I have bought them before. I still own some, but I don't like them really. If you want Eagles, you want to just get the bullion ones. If you had $200 to invest in mining stocks or physical silver, which would you pick? I would absolutely pick physical silver. And that's a great question. Physical silver is the safest, easiest way to invest in silver. You literally buy coins. You buy coins, you buy bars, you buy rounds, you buy junk silver. You buy the physical, you hold the physical. By the way, this photo on the screen right now, these silver bars, silver eagles, junk silver. I took that photo this morning, right before I went live. I've been stacking for, oh gosh, we got to pull this up. It finally happened. We're negative for the day. Silver is now negative for the day. Alert. This is a silver price alert. Silver has gone below $49. We are negative for the day. Gold is now down $70 on the day. This has got to be geopolitical stuff. This has got to be. And silver went back up. Come on, silver. Silver's going to end the day down. It's going to end look at this drop. Silver goes from 51.15. Wow, look at this drop. I think silver's going to end the day down. It's finally going on sale. And actually this might be a good buying opportunity. It honestly might, because we see these real bullish signs for silver. Silver's surging higher, but then it ends the day, down. It probably is. I mean, I don't know. It's only 10 a.m. here on the West Coast, but probably going to end the day down, I guess. Especially because just based on what gold is doing. I mean, the gold-silver ratio is still down just because gold went down so much more than silver, but it's now back above 81. This is wild. We are on a roller coaster ride right now. It's a roller coaster ride, and I don't know where it's headed. I don't know how this roller coaster ends. Probably going to hit a few more loop-de-loops, a few more corkscrews. It's probably going to stop and go reverse at one point. But we are on a roller coaster ride, and we are living in crazy times. We are experiencing history right now. Silver went the highest nominal price today it's ever gone, and it's big news. It's big news. And we did get to talk to Harry live, and he did mention that he heard the radio actually talking about silver this morning. So that's really interesting. If the mainstream media picks up silver more and talks about silver more, it's gonna be crazy. But guys, I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here. I think we're gonna wrap it up. How long have we been live? Oh yeah, yeah. We've been live for almost 2 hours. This is the longest live stream I've done in like years. And Yankee is here now? Oh my gosh, is he here? Is Yankee in the chat? If Yankee's here, I would love. Oh man, I wonder if he would. I'll text him. We'll see if he wants to pop on before we finish it out. Oh, he did. Yankee says short? Question. Oh yeah, Yankee's here. Yankee, what's up, dude? I've been looking at the Q&A, so I didn't even see you in the live chat. What's up, man? Here, I'm gonna text Yankee. Do you wanna talk live on a phone call? See what he says. See if he wants to pop on. We have had Silver Seeker on. We had International Stacker on. We had Harry from Harry's Coin Shop. We'll see if we could get... Yeah, I know he's going through a lot of stuff with his dad, so it's all good. It's all good, Yankee. We're wrapping it up anyway. Yeah, he can't. I get it. And yeah, and Yankee, I just want to say we all love you. Take as much time as you need. You know, we're praying for your family, and you know, we're going through crazy times with precious metals, but you know, family comes first and all that stuff. So take as much time as you need, and when you come back, we'll all be watching your videos. And Yankee, by the way, did hit 200,000 subscribers recently, and he is doing a massive giveaway. I'm just going to shout that out on Saturday, October 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Unless that's getting pushed back, I don't know if he's going to push it back or not, but he's doing a massive giveaway, and you're going to want to check that out. All right, and silver's now down 10 cents. So I think that's my cue. Actually, we got to go 2 more minutes to make it 2 hours. I think we got to go 2 more minutes. Someone did say everything's being sold today. Silver's actually doing great. What is Bitcoin doing today? I'm curious. Yankee's still shooting for that date. Okay, yeah. So Saturday, October 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. He's doing a huge giveaway on his channel. I also know International Stackers said he's doing a mega giveaway at some point too. He's given away kilo silver bars and crazy stuff in the past. What is Bitcoin doing today? Down $3,000. Let's show it on the screen. It's down 3,000. So yeah, silver's still doing great compared to everything else. In fact, silver's like probably doing the best. Let's go back to year to date. I mean, we're up $20 this year. Come on. We are up $20 this year for silver. All right, us new stackers, should we run out to buy silver or gold? I would be buying silver. I would be buying silver right now. You know, if you want to get gold, I wouldn't fault you. Gold's down $80 now. What if gold goes down 100? What if silver ends the day down like $1 or $2? This will be one of the biggest swings. In fact, this will be one of the craziest swings that silver has had intraday that we've seen since, what did silver do here? It went down $2. So in April, silver went down it went down $4 about over the course of 2 days. But we could see that just today. We literally could see that today. Gold's now down $82. This is crazy. Let's see the swing in gold today. So the high, wow. So the high was 4,055, I guess. Or no, was that yesterday? Sorry, that was yesterday. The high for today in gold, yeah, 4,055. So gold is on a big downswing right now, 83. Silver's now down 24 cents on the day. Isn't this just the way it goes? Isn't this just the way it goes? Silver goes to a new all-time high and then ends the day down. But still, like when you see this, is like, how could you not be bullish on silver? It went up to 51 for goodness sakes. It's never even been above 50 before. Now it's going to end the day down. What a crazy day. And I'm actually kind of glad I was live for this, because if, like I said earlier, if I did do a video this morning and was like silver at 51, and then everyone's like, well, it's at 48 or at 47 or whatever. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the good things about being live, I suppose, is you can sort of react to this stuff. But it did hit 51. That's what matters. It is consolidating now. We got through pretty much all the questions. I know there's a few I didn't get to, but we got to almost all of them. We've been live for over 2 hours. I'm going to go get some breakfast. I literally didn't even have breakfast this morning. I woke up, I came over to the computer, I went live just to react to this craziness. It is a historic day. It's something I've never seen before, that no one's ever seen before. No one has ever seen silver go above 50. No one in US dollars. And we got to see that today. So it was a very special day. Very, very interesting times. I mean, who knows? Silver's now down 29 cents. Gold's down $84. Gold could go down $100. Silver could be down $1 when this is all said and done. And but we need it to stay above 47 for 2 weeks. That's what we need. And we're a few. How long has it been above 47? Since the 3rd. So 6. So we need 8 more days. We need 8 more days. Silver to stay above 47. That's what we need. All right. If it can do that, set the floor. It's already tested 51. Then 52 is the big number to break through. And hey, I did the poll earlier. 80% of you think silver is going to end the year at 60 or higher. So we'll see if it does. But yeah, we're going to shut it down. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll probably try and do a video tomorrow, kind of recap everything that's going on. And I did also mention in my last live stream that I'm going to be headed to Australia to the Perth Mint. So I don't know when those videos will be able to be posted, but I am going to go behind the scenes and actually see the coins get minted in Perth, Australia. So I'm very excited for that. That is on the horizon. That's going to be probably one of my most interesting videos I think I've ever done. It's a great opportunity. I'm very excited for that. And I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. So thank you all for watching my videos, for supporting me over the years. It's been a crazy ride. We'll see what happens today with silver. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But we did have a historic day for silver. Above 51. Just crazy. Just crazy. So, yeah, best of luck, everyone, on your own personal stacking journeys. And I'm going to shut it down. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons is officially